Hello. Right on the beat too. I was like, oh, I should plug my I plugged my tablet in. I felt better, but I'm okay. I'm alive, and that's a good start to a day. I was watching other people do art. I was watching Rose Doodle. Just like, I'm like, I need to network more. I need to go out and like watch other people's streams because I don't do that. So I was watching Rose Doodle do some art, and it's like, you know what? I need to do some art too. Where did I put my wife was like, one of the things you could do while you're taking some time off is maybe clean up your office. Cause I mean, like, yeah, but you know, no, also. So anyway, we're gonna do some art. I've been working on the game. I'm hitting a few like weird dead ends, so you went to Legoland? How is Legoland? I've heard it's like Disneyland, effectively. That's awesome, Aggie. Hello. I guess since Lepa is here, I need to ask a quick question. I'm definitely doing something wrong here, but I don't know what. Let me show you. And I swear to God, we are not working on the game on stream. Aside from maybe just them going, this is what you did wrong. Here's what I've been working on. So you'll notice that his arm is obviously going through the wall, but also you can still see it. There's some setting I need to have in order to make that not happen. And I don't remember what. Like, what do I need to do to make it so that way the walls actually block line of sight to them? Enable 2 for the map model. I wish there was a quick, easy way of doing that. The level. I might have to go in here. Let me make sure I've got all the rest of this down, because I've tried everything, man. I kind of had an experimental art day. Yeah, sure, dude. So I don't need the material override, right? And if I turn on 2, then it just makes it like... Here's what Orth did. Let's see. I think I like the second one more. Okay, so don't have this. And then the material overlay needs to be mass mat 1, right? So I've enabled layer 2 on some of these. I guess I got to do all of them real quick. Left is the older drawing. Gotcha. Okay, well, it's a significant improvement. I like it. We just go through and do all these. I need to work on some animation stuff for him, so that way he doesn't just like slide down the corridor at you. I tried to get a script going for having him follow, and I don't really think I need that. I think that instead just having him go down a rail and move down the pathway at you should do just fine. I'm gonna be real, like, I'm still not doing great, but like, I miss y'all too much to not stream. Yeah, just having the fella on like a rail essentially that goes down the path, that works good for this event at least. All right, so like we put everything on layer 2, and the mask mat is, let me get the right one. Load post-processing materials mask 2. Shader material does not match the expected type of this property, shader. Okay. I will say that I have been incredibly encouraged by the people who have actually reached out and checked on me. That has been very nice. They don't need the mask. Oh, okay. So I get rid of the mask on all of these. And that's enough? Okay. I was doing this very wrong. Just figured since you were here, I would give that a look-see. That's so much easier than what I was trying to do, because trying to do everything was just like... Luigi guy, wife tells me it was like your birthday yesterday. Is that correct? Speaking of cool people who have reached out to me to check on me. Happy birthday then. I'm so sorry that I wasn't live. Okay, let me just go through the list and check and see if they're all good. I think I got all of them. Okay, so now if I go to this, it should work. Ah, that's so much better. It's so awkward when he just goes down the way like that, but we'll make it work eventually. Okay, cool, cool, thank you. I was like, I know I'm doing this wrong. This is not a LEPA issue, this is a skill issue. Like, what am I doing wrong here? The other thing is I need to figure out why. There's this part of this script that's really awkward. Actually, a couple of different bits. I need to figure out how to access... like how to edit a variable on the fly. That's a global one. I don't know how to add to it. And then the other one is that you'll notice, and this is really dumb, and I swear we will stop looking at this in just a second. All right, so this is the player right here. This like little like nubbin, right? So he's supposed to be facing down the hallway, but right now he's facing like, let's call this north. Like the top of the screen is north and to the right is east. And I can't make him face east because his script, I think, is setting his initial direction to 0, which has got to be like dead north. So like every time you boot the level, instead of facing the direction you set him to be, he's facing like the wall, and then you can turn and see it, and that just doesn't really work for me. I don't know why it's like that, and I don't know how to change it. But it doesn't seem to matter like what you change the initial direction in the... Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because like I'm more or less like... I don't know if there is like an initial like direction that you look. This is update the camera. Input, mouse mode capture, sure. And then on Delta, update the camera. Input direction, sure. Direction, this is moving, like arrow key movements. What does underscore player rotation say? Vector 3. And it's not assigned to anything particular. So it's being typecast that's what it should be. Let me see where else it is in this script. Okay, so I think this is the one that I mess with. It, like... I messed with this one, and what ended up happening is instead it would like rotate the entire body around it. So I think I need to like maybe like plus 80 or something. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, there it is. Cool. It's like as easy as that. Just adds 80 to the value, and then the rotation takes over. So it doesn't matter what that value is after that point, because it gets changed. Okay. Anyway, we should do some art. It's looking good. Thank you. Thank you. I think that it does look good. I was thinking about maybe just trying to get like a vertical slice done before like sending it out to like friends and such, rather than trying to get like a majority of the game done, because I'm kind of just, I know that people normally put music on, but I don't know what song I can play. I guess I can do a video game soundtrack. Cobalt Core. OST. Let's do that one. Official visualizer. Okay, so this... Audio levels, how are we doing? That's probably good right about there. Are you trying to get feedback with a vertical slice? Yeah, I don't know if the core gameplay is actually going to be like worth a damn. Down a pip? Got it. All right. There we go. All right. I might want to like try and make this screen region a little bit better. See, I could like zoom it in like that, but like I'm not sure how much it needs to be zoomed in. Maybe I just get rid of me and then we don't have to figure that out. I don't actually know what people normally do. What kind of gameplay is it? It's a visual novel, which is, I think, gonna be the big issue for it. Is I'm worried that visual novel may not hit right for people, and you know that's unfortunate. We're gonna draw a skull today because that's like my comfort place, is drawing skulls. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just the way it is. So, you know. I'm really impressed by Rose Zoodle's, just how fluid she is with her work. Like, she was drawing like little sketches that look just beautiful. And I think a lot of that is just, you know, she puts in the daily effort. I think that's what she does as like streams. I haven't really watched her streams before. Same with Buff Pup. I was watching some Buff Pup earlier because I know that people always like recommend them. I'm not sure if that's the right visual novel. Is gonna yeah, I'm using a tablet to draw, but it doesn't look like the pressure sensitivity thing is working all that well. I'm not sure why. Why don't we rotate this guy? So I could do that, but I don't really want to give the player that much movement. I mean, the game largely takes place inside of what is effectively a prison, right? So like, freedom of movement isn't something I'm super excited about. Yeah, I wish I was that dexterous with a mouse. Where's my skull? There it is. I need to get like a good proper skull. Well, I mean, that's one of the issues that I'm running into right now, is I'm trying to figure out how to like limit the players' movements so they don't go into the cafeteria. I think the answer is I'll just let them. It's just not a good idea. Like, that's the escape sequence for the game, you know? So like you've done what you need to try and escape, and now you need to try and escape, right? Like you've set up for yourself to escape. And like it could be random chance or some bullshit, but I think the idea of just suddenly springing it on the player as a just like, good fucking luck, asshole, run. Have a guard stand in the way for a while? No, I mean, the problem with that is I don't think the guard would hang out in the hallway with the fella coming down it. You know? I mean, it's more of an abandoned prison than it is like a, you know, actively functioning one. It's just the player character is wound up in this place along with some other characters, and there's a fella. Some players hate games that spring new mechanics on them mid-game. Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's not even mid-game, it's late game. It's like one of the last things that happens in the game is like, it's literally kind of a sort of jump scare is what I'm going for. It's just better. It's like, no, so you want to run away from this thing? You want to not just cower in fear and hide for your life? All right, fucking show me. Run. You know? So obviously don't spoil that for people. Yeah, and the whole like, you're a monster fucker, prove it. You want to survive? Prove it. Like, I'm gonna force the player's hand a little bit. Like, you don't just get to click a button and then it does a thing for you. Like, that's why Rat Game exists. It's like, yeah, you're starving to death. There's a rat in your prison cell. Do you want to like kill it for food? Okay, cool. First you catch it. Then you have to beat it to death with your bare hands because you don't have anything to cook, like to kill it with. And then you have to eat it raw because you don't have any food or you don't have anything to cook it with. Or would you prefer to look somewhere else for food with the understanding that there probably isn't any? Like, make a decision. A lot of this is stuff that, like, I learned through doing, so I had to look up what rats taste like just now, for that segment. Turns out, chicken, but gamier. Which makes me less excited to ever eat chicken again. The taste is apparently comparable to chicken or fish, with the texture of like deer. And because you can't cook it, I would imagine it tastes like raw chicken. Deer textured chicken, uncooked deer textured chicken. This is your only option for food survival. Would you do it? And yeah, I guess like you are what you eat is part of it too. God damn. All right, I'm just gonna combine those layers, and this is like my sketch layer. So now I'm gonna like, here's one problem, rabies, or just disease. Yeah, yep, thought of that. Very much thought of that. But also, I don't particularly care. I'm giving the player options. Isn't this what people want? I watched an Andrew Zimmern. Oh my god. That's so much worse. Can you get pyrons from rats? How do I change the canvas? Rotate canvas. Is this like a real rotation, or is this like fake rotation? Like when I save this, will it be rotated the wrong way? That's so rad. Theoretically possible to get it from anything. Neat. Didn't know that. Our local library has a Monet that I thought was really neat. It's like not a real one, obviously. It's fake, but I'm like, yeah. So I think that like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and, well, let's put down like a base color under everything. There we go. But I've been spending the last few days just like doing stuff, working on obviously the game some, working on myself, trying to get my head straight, all that jazz, trying to not look at the news too much. And honestly, for the most part, it's been very helpful to just say, I need to take a minute for myself. Whether or not it'll kill my career, I don't know, but pushing myself the way I have been definitely will. So I was like, you know what? Let's just stop doing that. Like, I don't need to beat myself up like this every single day. Like, that doesn't make it fun. Hello? Is someone there? I'm gonna take that as a no. You doing okay? I've been better. Oh, it's a boy. He's been so needy lately, dude. Like, he's a very good boy. He knows that I'm not doing right, like, all that good. Yeah, no, I get that. I just have a very hard time stepping away. This is very much an industry that does not allow you to step away. And taking the time for myself has really helped me realize that, like, I've been putting a lot of effort and worth in shit that does not matter. And I need to not do that to myself. Because there's a lot of shit that, like, I would love to get, you know, going a certain way, but it's just like, it doesn't matter. So, like, why are you stressing on it? The DC shooter? I must have missed that one, unfortunately. Is that a recent event? Like I said, I've been on a bit of a media blackout. There's like a protest in town, but I can't go and do it, man. Like, I really can't. What layer is this green on? It's on this layer. I just can't seem to affect it any. Does this not have blending? Oh, that guy. That guy, yeah. I forgot about him. Yeah, no, that was fucking uncool. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear the motorcycles outside. They love to just like rev their engine right next to the apartment house, and I hate it. I like gave up on Super Earth like very quickly after stream was over. Like, just, yeah, they'll sort it out, man. You know, like that. I was not doing my job as a good helldiver, but you know, I don't know. I kept getting written up for like killing civilians, so it's just like, well, I don't know, maybe. I'm doing okay. I'm also realizing that like I've needed this level of attention from people for a bit and haven't been asking for it, you know, or haven't been asking for it in a way that people took seriously. But like I said, you know, like Natalie reached out to me, Gigi Mars has reached out to me, Luigi guy obviously reached out to me. All of them, you know, like checked on me to make sure that I was doing okay. It's like, okay, I've got those good friends out there like thinking about me. That's something, you know. It means a lot to just see like a little extra care and attention. So, you know, I need to spend more time with that than thinking about people or, you know, trying to put myself in a situation where I feel like other people should give a shit about me. Is there a reason that you don't want to blend, my dude? Wait, why are you that color? That's not the color you're supposed to be. Oh, it's blending the teal under it, I guess. No, it's not. I have no idea where it's blending that from. Interesting. I'm sorry, I'll stop dooming. I went by and watched the Lime stream yesterday and she shouted me out in chat and that also felt good. Blend mode is okay, so what do I normally have it set on? Because like normally this like blends together perfectly. I don't know what game she was streaming. It was some sort of I think it was like a sponsorship thing from the way that she was like, hey chat, be good kind of energy was definitely going on. I apparently forgot to tell my wife that I was taking some time off from streaming. And so she came home like in a real like tizzy about it. Not like it that she was upset, but she was like worried about me. Like, you know, going off stream and being like, I don't know when y'all will see me next. When she didn't have the context for that, worried her a lot. So I need to be a little bit more mindful of that. And I apologize for anyone else that I may have triggered with that. That was not my intention. Maybe it's not multiply, maybe it's like blend or blur, overlay. This is just not what I wanted to do. Is there like a, is it this one? The phrasing was a little worrying. I realistically can't think of anything else that I would rather do with my life rather than this. Like, this is why I, you know, making art and doing streams is why I wake up in the morning. Moomin farming. I did go down to the farm and poke at some. The stuff that we planted died, but we kind of like, we put down bug nets, and I guess we didn't do it right because we just smothered the plants rather than like, you're supposed to put them up in like coops. That's a great idea. Strangely Odd Weirdo. We didn't kill all the plants. We killed a few of them that we had put in the garden. But I went there. I ended up like hanging out with this guy who like very like dad from sitcom vibes. Good dude. Kind of weird, but good dude. And he gave out some like, the beer worked. Oh my God, the beer worked. But we have some other buggies other than slugs. The beer was like, one trap was full, the other one had like one in it, and I think it's because the first trap just is all we really needed, which means that I needed even less beer than I thought. Like, I want these colors to like blend together rather than like, I think it's because like the kind of blend or the kind of brush that I'm using is like thin. Yeah, just like a Tupperware container of drowned snails. I think that's a lot of it, Strangely Odd Weirdo. I think that it's... I feel not grateful for the work or for the love that I do get because I am not looking at it the same way. But no, the issue with the, we've got some sort of like gnats or something. I think it's our like plot neighbors, like plants, like they've kind of let their stuff run wild a bit, and so I think it's just like a breeding ground for like slugs and gnats and such. And I don't think they mean anything by it. I don't think they're trying to like, you know, do anything weird or whatever. They're just like, you know, I need some like color in this bish. That's so weird. Oh, normal is what it needs to be. There we go. There it is. That's what I wanted you to be doing this whole fucking time. All right, so maybe we just like delete that layer and then we go back to this layer with the wet wash. And we just kind of, there it is. There it is. Okay. I need to get some more gouache. Realize that I still haven't bought more since... But getting the plants situated was nice. I'm sorry, right now I'm painting, boy. I can't be a lap. I should have said that a second time. I'm sorry, Rev. What did you say? I think you did say, like, it's the multiply feature, but I was like, isn't that what it normally set on? And it is very much not. Have you ever tried getting the cats to paint? Nah. Abby would shut down mentally. Herman would run off and track it everywhere. That you should try normal mode? Yeah, no, that appears to have been the issue. I was like, surely it's normally set to multiply. right? Like, why would it be set to multiply now if that's not what I normally set it to? I love this kind of style brush. I think this one's like a little bit wrong, but now that I know what's wrong with it, I can just go normal mode, please. Paintbrush normal, there we go. Hey boy, are you eating random stuff off the ground? Can you not? Maybe it's like brush pen? Does this have blending? Dry ink? You can't get in my lap right now, boy. I'm sorry, it's occupied. I know it seems like super mean of me, but like, he's just been like attached to me for the past like week. It's like, I cannot use this chair without him. I think it's partially because it's like, for cat vibes, one of the more comfy spots in the house. Yeah, he knows that I'm not doing the best, so he's trying to take care of me, but it's like, I gotta work. It's how I make money for your food. I love you. I am very much a person who does not practice what he preaches. And so, you know, asking for help is very difficult for me. So this has been very interesting to see that, like, oh, like, people actually, like, help. Life has been very difficult. A family member got cancer, and it looks like they caught it early, but just, you know, cancer. And that just kind of stacked up on top of like politics. And I mean, listen, the politics of the world right now, and I'm not going to talk about politics, I swear to fuck, because I can't handle it right now either. The politics that are going on in the world right now could not be more diametrically opposed to what I think is ethical and good. And seeing it run rampant like it is really rough for me. It's like, I know what happens here. I know where this is going. I know what this is, and I don't like it. Yeah, so like, I mean, I guess I can get into it a little bit. My dad was having some really bad pains in his side. And so he went to, was bullied into going to the ER by my mom, who was like, either you go or I call an ambulance. Because my dad was being stubborn about it, not wanting to go. And it turns out that, like, they couldn't figure out what was causing him the pain. But while they were checking on that, they ended up finding the cancer, because cancer doesn't cause you pain. Like, you can have cancer and not feel it. So, you know, and I've talked about it before, but like, my dad is a good dad, you know. And apparently that's rare. Like, much in the same way that, you know, a lot of people model themselves after, you know, their parents or whatever. I do as well. And, so my dad's very important to me. Luckily it seems like that they're going to be able to do some stuff until, they can find a replacement liver for him. There's a genetic condition that he's got that does liver damage over time. It's like one that I need to check for as well. So it's not like anything he did. It was not like the kind of like, that's normally a cancer that you get if either you have very specific conditions or if you're an alcoholic, and my dad is not an alcoholic. So I was like, I shouldn't just leave it at that so people think that. It's like, no, he actually has his shit together. Yeah, genetic condition scare. And it's like, it's a condition that's like fairly rare outside of like people with like Irish heritage. In fact, in Ireland, it's apparently just called the Irish disease. It's called hemochromatosis. It's too much iron in the blood. And if you have too much iron in the blood, then it starts like stressing out your liver. It starts showing up in men, exclusively men, in like their early 40s, and I'm 37. It's just like, oh God. But like, I'm not even worried about myself right now. It's like, whatever, like I'll get on a regimen, taking care of it. And like, our diet is like incredibly healthy for someone who has hematomacrosis, even though I don't have it. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks to worry about, but I mean, like, whatever. I'll be fine. So, trying to figure out how to get down to Texas when airplane travel is not a super great idea, and a train would cost me like around $1,000 or so, and would take 3 days to do. It's like, I don't think I can do that. Like, I can't afford that right now. So that sucks. Sorry, I'm being a real bummer right now. Just walk. That could work. If I just start walking now, I should make it by Father's Day. Anyway. There was an update to Warhammer. Yeah, there have been some advancements in that, exactly, Toph, to like check for genetic, you know, conditions and cull those. The question is where you begin your line on what's a genetic condition that's worth culling. Like, if you're predisposed to have autism, should that be removed from the gene pool? And it's like, that's a problematic set of things, but like, I think we can say things like hemochromatosis, a thing that just kills you and makes your life awful, is definitely bad news bears, you know? But unfortunately, a lot of the people making the decisions are a little bit what's the word? Yeah, I think that there's some ethics questions that need to be answered before we start doing it too much. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that idea, obviously, of eugenicsing. I'm not a fan of eugenics. Hot take. I think that is a bad idea. Pretty bold of me to come out with that take. I'm trying to think of what else has been going on. Yeah, there was an update to Warhammer. It's not, unfortunately, a very exciting one. Like, they did the chapter approved update for like points, and like, am I wrong? But like, does anyone else here play Warhammer? Can anyone tell me if anything other than Thousand Suns change? Because I don't see anything for either or any of the armies I play. I've begun playing demons. And demons are pretty nice right now. I'm playing them like they're just a weird version of Chaos Space Marines, which works because I play word bearers. Oh, the games, yeah. The new Fantasy Life is cool. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wow, that's awesome, Toph. That sucks ass. I hate that. It's been a minute since I've done art. When are you playing Night Rain? I don't know what that is. So probably never at this rate? Yeah, the remaster of Dawn of War. I hope it's not like the remaster they did for World of War or Warcraft 3, where it sucks ass. Night Rain, I don't know. I think Undertale might be, or not Undertale, the other one. You know what I'm talking about. The not Undertale. I might do that when I come back from break. GW has been doing some shady ass shit when it comes to copyright claims recently. And I really hope they fucking calm the fuck down about that. I mean, it is their usual behavior. I was hoping that we had gotten over that shit, man. So they're not getting my money for a bit until they calm down about that shit. I mean, not like I really want to buy any models right now anyway. I think that if I were gonna paint a model, I'd probably paint something I already own, or 3D print something that I make myself and then paint it. I think that would be a lot of fun. But to 3D print something, I'd have to go down to the city and get that done, and that's like a pain, but not that much of a pain. They did give their employees a pretty big bonus, but they were going after companies that were selling stuff for miniatures that included the term Warhammer. Which, you know, like on its face, you're like, yeah, you shouldn't be selling Warhammer products. But one company had like, you know, if you have models in your game that you made that carry Warhammers, like, you know, the thing. Have you tried modeling stuff with voxels? I have not. Whatever happened to you playing Space Marine 2? I beat it. I beat that on stream. was good. I nerded out about it quite a bit. How much of a bonus? If I recall correctly, this is like the second year they've been given like a significant bonus. Like a few thousand or something like that. Like a real bonus. Because the company is doing well right now. A lot of people like started playing after Space Marine came out because they're like, what the fuck is this? So like that, and like, you know, I don't know. At least they treat their employees well. It's just kind of like, what the fuck though? I know, right? Like, just I wish they weren't doing the random copyright stuff, because like there are people like definitely doing the copyright stuff. I believe Lizardmen are only in Age of Sigmar, like the fantasy version of Warhammer, and I believe they're called Seraphim. I need to like curve this area a bit more. I'm very out of practice, unfortunately. The two do connect, yes, very directly. The main character of both games is the same guy, which I guess is a spoiler for the first one. He lives. But I mean, you know, you would know that if you had played the first one and saw the guy on the second box, you know. Yeah, there's one snake person, and it's a Salith, which is a bodyguard unit for Drukhari, the kinky elves. Honestly, I don't know what they lore-wise are, but I know they're really annoying to deal with because it's just like ablative wounds for like a character. Is the first one for PS3? I believe so. Like, it's very old. And they left on a cliffhanger, and then they did like answer the questions of like what needed to be answered when it came to like cliffhanger stuff, but they did just leave us on a cliffhanger until like a year or two ago about what was going on with Commander Titus. But yeah, no, like both Buff Pup and Rose Doodle, like when I went into their chats, like talked at me directly, and it's like, oh, okay, people know who I am. That's neat. Rose Doodle knew me, I think, through Mike, but I think that she was like a regular in chat for quite a while. I don't keep up with like the who's what VTuber is in what organization and such. So I don't really know where anyone is with anything. But like I know Limes is independent. This is Cobalt Core music, yeah. Yeah, I just didn't realize it was like that Rose Doodle. You know, like I just thought it was someone who had a similar name. So it's like, oh, okay, this is like a well-known artist who does banger shit. Okay, cool. Both Buff Pup and Rose Doodle were very horny on main. I didn't quite get what was going on at Buff Pup's stream, I'm not gonna lie. But she was having a good time, and that's good for her, I guess. Shia. See, I think I know literally everyone in that. I'm not sure about who Kandai is. Yeah, I mean, with Buff Pup, it was just like, she was making some sounds, and I'm like, man, are you that excited? Because, like, I'm never that excited to stream. I get pretty hyped for some streams, but not that excited, you know? But, you know, you do you. Shia is also like that. Like, aside from Buff Pup, I feel like those were all, like, Vinesauce regulars back in the day. And who knows, maybe Buff Pup was as well, and I just didn't know. Just need to like darken this a bit because of the angle you wouldn't get to see some of this stuff, and then this is like also a little bit in shadow through here, and then this is also in shadow. It doesn't need to have as much light because the light's coming from like above. I also think I might be overworking the skull a bit. Let me zoom out a bit and do like, yeah, I'm definitely overworking the skull. I don't know as if this is gonna work out or not. We'll have to see. Let's get rid of this at least. Let me get some like other colors going on, and I'm just gonna kind of like throw some rando colors in and see what I can do to like make the background look spicy lag. Kind of try and like tone down this side a bit. I'm back a bit. Not fully back yet. I was gonna record myself, like do a screen record with OBS anyway, and I was like, I should probably just invite chat for this. I think that this color palette is way more interesting to me than what I have the skull as right now, which means that basically all that work was worthless. But you know what? Let's go ahead and just like finish off the background with that skull in place, and then we can go from there. This happens sometimes where you go, actually, I want those colors instead. Let me get some like let's bring back these colors a bit, kind of mute them out a bit. I mean, I could probably also do that by like just putting the gray layer on top. Oh, right, I need to make sure I can read YouTube chat. Can I ask you guys a lore question that I don't remember the answer to, and I feel like I should, considering I'm the one who made it? Does anyone remember what, like, the name of the hotel in Season 2 was? Like, either of the hotels? Right? Like, I should know that. Were they even named? I don't remember. I'll have to go back and check. If Orth doesn't know as well, then I might not have named them. Not overlay. Lighten. Soft light. Boyd. I can't right now. I'm streaming. I have to use my lab. I'm sorry. I know you don't like it, but you're gonna have to deal. I'm a working man, Boyd. No? Well, unfortunately it is true. It's been very hard to like code and stuff. The VOD is just not letting me download it. It's too big. I know what you meant, the supercut. I can't get it to do the thing. Like, it's because it's like 30 gigs and for some reason that media fire is like, any ideas for Town of Nowhere? So the game I'm working on is going to be the next installment. Like, it'll be a game you buy on Steam. It'll be set in the same universe. I don't know if I can make it as like horny and weird as chat would normally. I mean, obviously that wasn't the original intention with the series, but you know, it worked out that way. I am allowing you to pet the rat instead of beating it to death, for example, when you need it for food. I mean, Mike is part of the reason that Town of Nowhere is as horny as it is. How many games are you making at this point? Currently, there are 3 in production, with a 4th one considered. One, I think I'm abandoning. I think I'm going to get rid of illegal shooting or surfing. I don't think that I'm doing enough interesting stuff with that game to really justify its existence. No Fish, I feel like, is a game that exists. No, you won't. I think that I'm going to make the next one a fully, like, it mostly takes part in the prison. So, like, you don't need to know what's happening, but if you did know, you'd be like, oh, this is additional lore info from that one thing. Like, so it's like new information for everyone. And like, the main character of this one also is not aware of the events of seasons 1 and 2. So like, it doesn't really make it where it's a thing. The Last Resort. Okay. I don't think I named the competitor one. Thank you for checking that for me. I mean, it might have to be that. Here, let me click that link again to do the download, and I can tell you what the line is for it. It's gonna kill the frame rate for a minute. Oh, I have to open it with Wait, what are you doing? Such a weird boy. I love him. I want to say it's like 9 gigs, but I'm not sure on that one. Let's assume it's like 9 gigs. I mean, I guess I could go ahead and just download those VODs myself and then just string them together myself. That might actually be easier at this point. Why are you just staring at the wall? Weird boy. Okay. Like, he's not doing that really concerning thing where he puts his head against the wall, because that means they've got like something going on with their brain. But he's just kind of, hi. Oh boy, are you mad at me? Are you trying to be near me but also not look at me because I don't deserve that respect right now? Because I'm not letting you in my lap? I need to change this brush size down quite a bit. Change up of strategy. Punish dad. Like, I know he's upset, but like I can't draw with him in my lap, unfortunately. I'm sorry, boy. He's a very good boy. If Herman had hands, he would pick up this tablet and throw it on the floor and then get in my lap. Like, if I open the door to my office, he just runs in here, like, as soon as the door is opening, rushes the chair and jumps in it, and then, like, lays down and looks at me like... Yeah, I'm already liking the way this is going a lot more already, because I can like integrate some of these color choices into the skull itself rather than like not. Trying to think about anything else interesting that's happened recently. They're making the new Harry Potter, like the TV show. I know like none of us are gonna watch it because like fuck J.K. Rowling. And I'm gonna say something and everyone in chat is gonna be like, Rev, I wouldn't expect that take from you, but and I know this is controversial, but I kind of think that it might not be okay to make Snape black. And here's my reasoning. The first time Harry sees Snape, for some unexplained reason, Harry just hates Snape just by the way he looks, which is gonna be a problem. there's also the concern about the fact that Snape was a poor kid who joined the Death Eaters in order to like be more financially stable and to get back at their purebloods. There's Harry's dad bullied Snape, and by bullied I don't just mean like bullied him, but like tied him up into a tree, like hung him from a tree and bullied him. So like normally when people are like, they shouldn't have gotten a black actor for that, they're just being racist about it. But like, I'm just saying it's gonna be a fucking nightmare to try and write around that. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna be a fucking good look. Neither is Hermione being black, I'll be honest as well. Her entire campaign against the mistreatment of elves going like south, and it turns out no, they actually like being slaves. That's a fucking take. It's even worse. Yeah, it makes so many things so much worse. The fact that Hermione gets regularly called a mudblood. Like, I feel so fucking bad for that girl. Like, the poor fucking girl who's like taking up the reins, like, why are you set to multiply again? Be normal. Me at me. Like, I realize that this is probably just like a money thing for her, but like, to say that some of these are problematic is a little bit of an understatement. Oh my god, I do not care about a King of the Hill reboot. We don't need that shit, man. Can we just come up with something fucking new for once? Jesus. Yeah, but like, she could have more money. Like, you get that? Like, she has a lot of money, but she could have... I mean, yeah, someone earlier was saying that I don't think that this is going to be the thing that sinks the Harry Potter fandom. And it's like, if the transphobia didn't do it, what has she done now? For reasons that are incredibly inadvertently racist, it is problematic for Hermione and Snape to be black, in my opinion. I don't know who Nick Frost is, but I'm sorry that some actor that you know is in it. Oh my god. Have you guys been listening to the stuff about the new Lilo and Stitch as well? Talk about like fucking up the plot on that one. Yeah, I mean, she's a TERF is the problem. It's just like, Ohana means leaving your sister to a failing foster care system. Ohana means that the major story beats for this movie don't matter. We've been talking about it a lot in the RevCord. My wife's coworker brought it up to her, and I had not heard of this. But like, again, I thought we weren't gonna watch it again, right? Like, also, here's another thing. Apparently, Hawaii has like the best marine biology program. Oh, well, I mean, why does she need instantaneous travel if there are better colleges in Hawaii? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not into marine biology, so I didn't know that that was a thing until, like, I checked into it. But turns out, yeah, Hawaii has a great marine biology program, which makes sense. You know, like, makes sense that, like, Hawaii would have a banger marine biology program. I believe Gantu might still be in it, but apparently, I mean, if they're like uncamping Pleakley, which I've not seen the fucking movie, I'll be honest, either of them. He's not in it. Does anyone know if she profits off the Lego sets? Probably. I'll be honest. Like, she definitely gets a cut. And it's just one of those things that it's like, maybe we should stop giving Disney money. Maybe we should stop doing that for realsies. Like, we should stop watching the fucking movies and shit they put out. Like, I've been saying it for a bit, but I don't know as if it's sticking. Like, people still end up watching shit that they put out, and it's like, they suck. Like, we know this, right? Like, so why are we still supporting them? Like, I'm so fucking confused and disappointed by people. I'm too far in to give up Marvel and Star Wars. I've heard the new, like, Andor is really good and has takes that I would respect. So good job, Disney, not shying away on that one, man. I mean, I have not seen it because, again, that's Disney, so I'm not watching it. I think that, like, the initial drawing of the skull is wrong. I just need to restart. I've heard that a bunch of Trump supporters are very upset about the new Andor, and more upset that people think that it sounds like they're bashing certain oh, is it Chai here? Hey Chai, how you doing, dude? You're not here? Okay, never mind then. Oh, now you're here. Hello, welcome by. Maybe I should just fill in rather than try and do like shapes or whatever. The take that I was seeing was people were getting confused and thinking that somehow the corporations were the little guy. I don't know. They would rather see the Empire as the Biden administration. Remember when I said I wasn't going to talk about politics? Sorry. I fucking lied. Didn't mean to. I'm just a fucking mess, so I do that. Too late, we're here now. Exactly. But apparently some people are big upset about that, and it's just like, dude, it's always been like this, dude. It was like originally talking a bit about like Viet Cong. There's legit that sounded like you last week when you told some protesters this is really your first time, huh? Yeah. I don't know, dude. It was being like, yeah, you know, some of the protesters in town might be, you know, given trumped up charges, just, you know, assaulting a police officer or something, and just massively got downvoted for saying that. It's like, trying to think about like how that could be read as me like not being supportive of the cause, and I'm like, are people just fucking insane? Do they not realize? Definitely some of the takes that I see on the 5051 subreddit are like, oh, sweet summer child, you are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, aren't you? I didn't take out the manual filter because I'm trying actively to not bring it up all the fucking time. 5051 is the name of the anti-Trump protests that are going on. There's going to be another one for the June 16th or something? Something like that. Yeah, that's why I was saying that too, is like, hey, is there any bail support? I'd love to throw some money their way. And they're like, oh, but they're gonna, you know, they're gonna be let out without charges. And I'm like, are they? And people are like, why would they have any charges? And I'm like, because cops? Like, not because they did anything. I don't believe that they did do anything, you know? Some people just have not entered this space before and they don't know what they're talking about, and I need to remember that. Yeah, dude, I thought I had missed Pride Month, and I was like, oh my god, like, people are, like, barely celebrating Pride Month. And it's like, no, apparently, people are just celebrating Pride early here. And it's like, oh, okay. That's so much better than the reality I was in, where I thought people were like not celebrating and they were just putting in like a token effort at the last couple of days or something. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe things are that shit, you know? It's like, no, Things are that shit that people are like, I'm fucking gay. And it's like, good. Oh yeah. I don't think anyone's gonna fall for that like stuff. So it's kind of like, yeah, Target kind of made their bed and then shit in it. They're like, oh, we're not gonna do the DEI stuff, but hey, gays, buy our shit. And I'm like, I don't think people are that dumb. Well, they're trying to do a 180 to not look bad anymore because their stock prices is like dropping like crazy. And so they're like, we have to correct course on this. And so they're trying to be more like Pride, but they also want to not do it like full mouthed because they don't want to get in trouble. So like they're kind of at this weird moment where like they've got Pride merch, but it's very basic. Like, could just be a nice rainbow shirt kind of vibes from what I've heard. It's like, oof. Couldn't happen to a worse company, unfortunately. I used to love doing Target runs and just hanging out in Target. Like that used to be my like recommendation. It's like, wife not having a good day, take wife to Target, wife feel better. You know? Because it worked. Sometimes you just got to take your wife to Target, but now we got to find other places to go. Luckily, there are other, like, general kind of everything stuff that everyone's kind of into. Or that, you know, has the stuff that Target would have, but it's not Target around here. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. We're good. Why does Twitch keep saying your message failed to send? I don't know. I have seen the Target themed game of life. Yeah, it's sad and dystopian. Oh yeah, no. They were definitely doing rainbow capitalism. Like where they were just like, no, we support the gays' money that they're giving us. And then when they rolled back their DEI stuff, everyone was like, oh, you don't actually like support us, do you? GeoGuessr Rare W, is it called the Gulf of Mexico still? Oh, they withdrew out of the Saudi Esports League. Oh, okay, cool. But I guess this is the time where I'm supposed to ask, does anyone have any recommendations for what to talk about on Arcade today? Or not today, but for this week? Because I don't know. Boob? I don't think I can talk about that much. I did do a little pixel art, but I'm not very good at it. Protest art? I don't think there's a right way to do protest art. There's definitely wrong ways to do it. So I guess that means there's right ways to do it. But sometimes you can be like, I don't know, you could do it like, voting for Trump is gay. It's like, you know, like, you're missing the mark with that one. Have you done burnout recovery stuff? No, because I don't honestly know how to do it. I think burnout is... I've talked about burnout before. And I don't know as if state-funded art is going to be much of a thing right now, at least in the United States. That's not an actual, like, sign that I've seen, but I've seen definitely signs that are along those lines, and it's like, I get what you're trying to do, but, like, that ain't it, fam? Like, that is counterproductive. And normally I'm just like, look, any diversity of tactics. Some person can do, you know, chalk art, and by some person I mean myself. And someone else might dress up as a bee, and it's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. But, like, you know, maybe don't say problematic shit. Like, oh my god, there was a oh yeah, there's tons of anti-guy AI art. Have you seen the stuff about the bar exam that's going on? It's like a 2-part test, right? With like 2 separate companies owning like half of it. And the one company was like, look, we can save a bunch of money if we don't outsource that, right? So they used AI, of course, to write some of the questions. Where do you think they got the training data for the questions, though? And so the other company is suing for copyright infringement. Because the only place they could have sourced those kind of questions is from the other company. Because no one, literally, they have a monopoly on it. So it's like, because that's the problem with like AI art stuff, is it's like, well, you can't prove that your art was used to train this model usually. Because, like, there's no way to really know. It's a black box, you know? But this is a very obvious case where they're definitely doing copyright infringement. And it leads me to believe that, like, this is going to be a very important, like, case. And luckily it's lawyers versus lawyers, so... They're also using AI to, like, grade tests, so it was doing some weird shit, like, Grok, is this legal, right? Yeah, I watched that Legal Eagle video as well. That was a very solid video. That's how come I know any of this shit. I do not claim to be an expert, but that video is very good. I hope this means a significant loss for AI bros. Wonder how much electricity AI uses. So a AI video, according to a recent Mashable article, an AI video that, and this is very much dependent on what engine you're using. But, you know, an AI video made with ChatGPT, for example, because that thing's so fucking bloated with so many different inferences. Which is to say, so like AI only knows what it knows because it's taught things based on training data, right? So if I go, Mary had a little, it's gonna go, okay, the next word is probably lamb because that's what I've been trained on. But like, it could also try and look for other things. It could be like penis or car or whatever, and it's like, okay, so that like little is an adjective that applies to penises and cars. It knows that, so maybe it tries to do that one instead just to mess things around. And so like the more things that it knows the connections between, the more server space it needs, the more space it needs to do that stuff. And so that's when you get the difference between little tiny AIs that like don't cause all the damage in the world and bigger, more expansive ones that do actually use up a bunch of energy. But ChatGPT, for example, doing a 4-second video uses the equivalent of running a microwave for an hour, which is not great. I mean, aside from the ethical concerns of it, but yeah. Hi, cute stuff. How you doing? I feel like I read something like that, Morning Chai. I don't know why I call you Morning Chai when you're in chat, but Chai when I'm talking to you in person. I think it's because, like, that's the way your name reads, and I usually just read people's, like, the first part of their name and not the whole name. I can't wait for your work to be over either. I mean, yeah, but the thing is that like microwaving for an hour is not something you would normally do. And when you use your microwave, you are eating food, which is something that we have to do. Like, people have to eat, and a microwave is a way of cooking food, which is another thing that we are required to do in order to not get disease. So, like, there's a purpose and a value to running a microwave for any amount of time. Yeah, like, if you need to microwave something for an hour, like, use an oven, you're doing it wrong. It's a very inefficient way of doing what you're trying to do. Yeah, I mean, usually I'm warming food, not cooking it, but still, like, warming the food can also be a safety thing, you know? Yeah, I hate that the new logo for art on Twitch is AI generated. It's like, you could have paid someone. You're fucking Amazon. You got the money, you know? Microwaving is like I think they probably used that just because it was a way of talking about like energy in a way that was, you know, makes sense. Well, they already had a logo. Like, they didn't need to replace it. So, like... using that amount of energy in a short amount of time is also weird. Exactly. In related news, it looks like the block's sticking this time on that Anon. He'll be back later to be frustrated about me talking shit about it later, I'm sure. Die mad. History will see you as the asshole you are. Did you hear about Discord orbs? I did not. Yeah, no, we went and returned it. And the guy was like, I was being a guy about it, right? But I knew I was being a guy about it. When we went to the AT&T place, I didn't sit on purpose. And the reason I did that is that way they would realize that we were not like going to stay. Like, this was not an argument that they could win. Like, they needed to just do the thing that my wife asked them to do, and that's it. Don't try and fuck around. We don't want this shit. So I stood for a majority of it rather than sitting at one of the little, like, desks that they try and get you to sit at. Just to make the guy uncomfortable so he did what I wanted or what my wife wanted. There are advantages to being a scary looking dude. You know? And that's one of them. And then, like, one of the guys at the place was like, well, you know, I try and look on the bright side, you know, like, if I have, like, you know, I always check the terms and service using, like, you know, I'll copy paste the terms of service into, you know, Chat GPT, and it'll tell me if there's anything suspicious in there or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, you're still gonna hit okay. So I couldn't think of a good reaction to that, so I just said gross. Which kind of ended that conversation with that employee. See, here's the thing, like, chat the other day that, like, was trying to, like, diagnose me as autistic. I know that's not okay to say. I know that's awkward. I know that that put him in an uncomfortable state. However, I don't care. That was the point. Like, I wanted him to be feeling uncomfortable about that. Like, that's something I do, is there are social cues that I pick up on and then ignore because it does not help me any. Like, I don't see any reason to respect your position if your position is awful. And I also needed to be a hard ass for the sake of my wife. Wife guy, knife guy energy. What happened? My wife went to return her new phone because it had a whole bunch of AI shit on it. Like, I didn't tell him to go to hell. I didn't, you know, belittle the employee, but I was also just like, we're not fucking around here. Like, just get my wife a phone that does not have AI on it, or return the phone that we got that does have AI on it. We will not be negotiating other strategies. I don't want that. She does not want that. Because, I mean, of course, like, she's a woman, and so, you know, the tech pros there are gonna be giving her shit. And it's like, we're not doing that. You absolutely will not be treating my wife that way. So I probably was a little more aggro than I needed to be, but, you know, I don't regret my decisions. Love wife, protect wife. Yeah. It's just like certain things that, like, I do because I know that people are going to be misogynistic about it. You know? It's like, no, because you haven't drunk your respect women juice, I will make you. Because you will have to respect me. That isn't a threat, that's a fucking promise. Shitsucks.im. Also, I think the music stopped. Anyone got another soundtrack we can listen to? I don't think I can listen to Nujabase. Oh yeah, my wife can be very like she can like scare people as well. I just know that like for some reason people are inherently scared of me. I don't know why. This is Paradise Killer. Unfortunately, the Hotline Miami soundtrack is mostly copyrighted music. Chat did literally recommend Wild Woody to me once, and I was like, what the fuck did you put on? Outer Wilds DLC are on sale? Oh my god. I wish that was on Switch. I don't know if my wife would like to play it, but I would love to see my wife play it. You send me the pirate rap song, yeah. I never know with chat, like, are you fucking with me or do you actually enjoy this garbage? Outer Wilds. It's a puzzle game? Lots of timey-wimey shenanigans. Lots of weird, like, esoteric stuff. Really cool, like, space exploration and, like, mild horror elements. An exploration game with deductive reasoning. Yeah. You can accidentally solve puzzles, but it is on Switch. Ooh. That might be worth doing. Kind of existentialist, yeah. The last puzzle, which I won't spoil, was the one that really tripped me up. Like, that was the hardest puzzle in the game, for sure, Z's. I don't think I gave enough space for the teeth, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna see if I can maybe, like, lasso them. And then just, like, go over here. You should be all the way down here, I think. Go. Okay. Now merge down. All right, now unselect. Deselect, there we go, okay. We're gonna have to, like, make that look good. And that may not even save it. Yeah, the distance between, like, the nose bump and the teeth, like, this is, like, where I fuck up on skulls, like, every time, is that I don't put enough space there. This might have been too much, but again, we can clean it up. How much of Inscription? She got to the second act. I mean, she's in chat, so I can, you know, talk about it a little bit, but she got to the second act. She didn't enjoy the original, like, the first act too much until she started to get the vibe, and then she started enjoying it. And then, like, she's like, yeah, I'm kind of having the same vibe about the second act. You're not really vibing with the second act as much right now. Yeah, the gameplay changes are there. I need to do art more often. I feel very rusty right now. I think I say that every time I do art. That's a common assessment. I think that it's good. I think that the Casey mod is expressly because of people having that take that the second act is kind of weird and they would have preferred just more of the first act. So the Casey mod is a like official mod. It's just a DLC. It's free and it's just pretty much like the first act. The second act does feel like it dropped on you really fast. And we were kind of talking about that earlier with my game, talking about how like sometimes people don't like introducing new mechanics halfway into a game. And you know, and that's just kind of what Daniel Mullins does though. Sometimes it can make it feel unfinished. It depends on how it's handled, for sure. Well, we haven't beaten it, so we should probably stop talking about description just so we don't spoil it for my wife. But yeah. It's one of my favorite games because of that, actually. I'll be honest. Like, it's a way of mixing things up and keeping them fresh. No, you're good, you're good. I'm just like, wait a minute, I'm doing it too. I just saw that some of your friends are currently streaming the new... You know, I don't fucking know. I haven't played it. I don't have any fucking idea. That's probably a better question for them. Sorry, that was very snippy. I've been a bit snippy recently. It's part of the reason I'm like, I should go on a break. Because I'm absolutely gonna crash out if I keep doing that kind of shit. Still hate the term crash out. I'll be real. Still really hate the idea that having emotions is so reviled by our culture that having intense emotions is considered a mockable offense. I hate the term influencer as well, yeah. I don't like being an influencer. I don't influence you guys to do anything other than cause problems. I think it's concerning that it's part of the vernacular in the first place because of what it means. Like, I hate the term content creator. I mean, yeah, it's closer. Sort of like a maker. People who call themselves makers. And it's like, well, I do make things, but I would never call myself a maker. Not because I'm not good enough to be a maker, but because, like, that just doesn't... If I tell someone that, they're going to be like, I don't know what the fuck you do. But, like, I'm definitely something that a lot of people aren't. I have a job that isn't just art. So, like, what do you call it? I guess content creator. But Also, like, ew. The maker movement kind of... No, I think there are still people who are makers. I think that's always been a bit of a thing. There was Make Magazine. I used to buy issues every now and then. The Reverend Colin Edward Joseph Mullen, first and last of that name, Slayer of Smash Mouth, traitor to America, problem to everyone, wife guy, knife guy, artist, streamer, problem solver, problem causer. Game dev. Lord of Sealand. No, that's what the Lord was about, yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to do, is I want to have, like, a ridiculously long title. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do this on a separate layer. The bottom jaw. Why does that sound like a eulogy? I feel like it's something that should be shouted by a attendant before I enter a room with like a cape that's too big. And it goes behind me. Yeah, the Scotland YouTube show. I mean, same with the Sealand thing, I'll be real with you. Like, it doesn't mean anything. The law doesn't accept, in America, does not accept the title Lord. Like, you can't do anything with that, really. Yeah, most, like, if you're from the Middle East, your surname is Wild. I love the idea of it, though. Like, I met a dude in college who's from Israel, and his name was like, his full last name took like a minute or two to explain or say, because it's like everyone on, like, all the men on the dad's side, as like far back as you can. Like, so-and-so, son of so-and-so, son of so-and-so. Like, that's fucking cool, man. Like, the you know, that it's only the guy's side is weird, but, like, I like the rest of the idea. My sister inherited one. She married a Muslim guy. Fair enough. I just think that's a cool way, like... It seems cumbersome. Speaking of someone who has... you know, two middle names, you do not get to put both on your, you know, documents. Like, my name usually on government documents is Colin Edward Joseph with a hyphen. Like, as if it were one name. Yeah. I mean, that's how they used to do names for a bit, and then, like, people started, like, obviously, like, leaving their little hometowns and such. And so you couldn't just be like so-and-so from such and such place. You had to be like a little bit more descriptive, because there were started to be too many people. I knew a guy who had 3 middle names. I'm going to tell you something right now. Like, our kids will get one. Like, one middle name, that's it. Because, like, it's obnoxious otherwise. Like, I don't regret having to, and I wouldn't change it, but it does make like a lot of stuff awkward. But it is very nice to have like a middle name, just in case, like, it gives options, you know? Like, oh, you don't like the name Colin? You can go with this other one instead. When you were in trouble, I didn't get in trouble much. That's one thing. Is that I just didn't get in trouble. Like, secret tech that was discovered recently. Tell me more. And what is this tech for? My name is Edward. I made the mimic. Yeah, exactly. You can use any name you want. I just think it's nice if it's on a government forum already. It's useful for reasons. Can I just put this here and it work? No, I gotta like erase a little bit too. Yeah, I didn't get too many Colin Edward Joseph Mullen, you come in here right now, as a kid. Yeah, my life was a lot better when I didn't know about the Five Nights at Freddy's song. So that was cool of Mike to teach me. When did Mike watch that? I don't know, man, but he sent it, like, he told me about it, and so I had to look it up to understand what the fuck they were talking about. It's like, oh. Oh. This sucks. Well, that was the funniest thing is Rose Doodle was asking, like, you know, I hope I didn't do too much damage to that man when I was on, you know, That's My Streamer. Because, like, she apparently pointed out that, like, the bell jingles look like, bottom bits that I don't have on the stage sort of thing. And like drew an example in chat, and I'm like, Mike has dealt with so much shit. Like, Mike regularly says and does shit like that. Like, he's fine. Don't worry about him. You can just say unhinged shit to Mike and he'll be fine with it. Not like fine, but like he'll be fine with it. Mike is so normal. How do you track? What part of normal do you see in Mike? Like, I love the guy, don't get me wrong, but I don't. I saw him have like a fucking meltdown in a bathtub once. He streamed it like it was a meme, but like, you know. What do you mean, I guess? The pumpkin incident? Sure. It's like that XKCD bit where it's like, well, most people already know about like toilet fetishes. I mean, obviously, it's just the, you know, higher tier shit that's, you know, that they're not aware of or whatever. It's like, no, you guys are in too deep. That's a Spaghetti Bob instance. What the fuck is that supposed to mean, man? Like the Lars Ulrich toilet, yeah. Why was that made? That's a chai meme? It just seems like a lot of work to like build like a version of Lars to shit in. Fred got it from Chai. Is Chai still here? Can you explain Spaghetti Bob? Well, thank you, Jockle. I was just like kind of low-key hating it, but I will take the compliment. Oh, the flying spaghetti monster. It's just named Bob now. Okay. That's it? That's how Chai described Fred's random constant tangents? Okay. He's a spaghetti Bob. He just says some weird shit. Good for him. Fred deserves to be a problem. Parentheses endearing. Had to have a tone indicator on that one. I like it when people are problems. A lot of people don't. So it's just like, are you being an asshole right now, Rev? And it's like, no, no, no. I'm supporting my friend. He'll be talking to Fred, and Fred will say something like, oh, did you hear about Spaghetti Bob? And it's some video with like 12 views that came out like decades ago. Okay, got it. We're too wrapped up in normal shit. Being normal, acting normal. None of that. Be a problem. By being a problem, you can become a solution. Fred's very smart. Yeah, this is some good sax on this album in general. A lot of memes I feel like I am just the right age to know. Again, Rose Doodle was talking about like, oh, you know, 2 girls, 1 cup, glass ass, which is not a name I've heard for 1 guy, 1 jar, but apparently that's another one. You know, that kind of shit. Thank you for the 100 months of support. 100 years. Thank you so much. Oh, I should probably save. I haven't done that yet. Skull. Yeah, again. Do you have any sort of autosave on this? No? We fucking ball. I'm making bad decisions in real time. Let's fucking go. I could try and remember to use Control S every now and then. It's a lot to remember. There you go. There's a spicy Control S for you. It's also very big canvas. My canvas is bigger than your canvas. Okay, all right. Well, some people just don't have big canvases, okay? It's not the size of your canvas. It's... Like, normally I just do, like, 1080p at 300 DPI. So it's, like, 2 inches big, but, like, you know... Do you watch any YouTube essays on your day off? God, what have I been watching? I mean, I'm trying to watch more streams because I'm like, all right, I want to progress in my career. I need to watch what other people are doing. And that has been interesting to try and figure out what the vibe of other streams are. I do not watch Hassan. Like, I respect him for what he does, but he is not my flavor of guy. He's not a bad guy, but, you know, you can't start watching streams. I have to in order to fucking know what the fuck is going on in this industry. And that's why, I watched some Buff Pup earlier, and she was, like, very excited about her new Gamer Subs thing. And by very, very excited, I'm like, man, you can act like this on stream and it not get you banned? They're very erotically excited about their new Gamer Subs. There's a lot of good stream I mean, it's more just I need to hang out in people's chats, you know? The side effect is that I'll learn more about what other people are doing with their streams. Because, like, I don't network well. And I think leaving it to, you know, people to help me do it is not working. I can't depend on people to introduce me to or help me. So, I just need to figure it out on my own. Gotta go to off Kai? What is off? Oh my god, I'm about to get up dogged, aren't I? So if anyone's got recommendations of streamers and such. Strippin sometimes watches 40K stuff. Oh, right, yeah, she's going to some sort of convention. I didn't get the start of the conversation. I just know that she's going to it. I'm aware of Strippin. Oh, you mean GOP. Okay. What a name. Oh, okay, it was a bit. Puts rock down. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was watching before this. Was I was watching, you know, I was watching Rose Doodles before this, and I was like, I should just go do art. I need to. And her art was like inspiring me to go do art, and it's just like, well, go fucking do art, you weird man. Sweebless, she's an amazing streamer. I'll keep that one in mind. Thank you. Oh my god, his jaw is too, like, it's wrong. I should have zoomed out. The mirror thing is such bullshit. She talks about some... I need to, like, find those people I was in the last Block Wars with. I think that those people might be fun to, like, get in touch with and talk to. I don't think I'm in the league that Northern Lion's in. I've watched some of his stuff. He's good. All those people are half your age. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that, but, you know. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get some water real quick. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. 30. Let's just make it 2 minutes. 2 minutes, BRB. 4-leaf. Okay. I'll give him a look-see. Where's the button for this? There it is. BRB. All right, I'm back. I wouldn't mind working with Zone. I need to go get some water. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Jack Black collab win. Have you considered death? I have not seen Zone stream in a bit either. Yeah, Zone has raided me before. I've raided them. Any idea what this is? I have no idea what that is. That's fucking hilarious. What? You're a fucking clown. That's amazing. Into bird?
Once we're in, I'm going to...
Oh, okay. Let's try, yeah. You get that if people think your review is funny. All right, let's go ahead and combine these layers, and then I need to like... whatever. Tiny dick motorcycle outside. I don't know why people obsess themselves over getting... That wasn't Abby screaming. Okay, we just gotta fix these a little bit and then it'll work. Steam levels? Or stream levels, I don't know. Oh, right. Yeah, you can have your friends list is limited based on... No, there was also someone with a small PP motorcycle outside. Okay. Let's try... you know what? I'm just going to copy this layer. And then minimize it. And then if I fuck up, I can go back. Oh shit, I shouldn't have combined them yet. Okay. Can you rotate your mind apple? I have a little trouble with it. Like, I'm definitely a little bit in that camp, but like, I can? Depends on how well I know the thing I'm trying to like do that to. The mind horse is difficult for me. Because I don't know much about horses. I'm not personally aware of horses in the same way that I'm personally aware with skulls. Putting your mind horse in the Plinko machine? What a weird meme that is. I don't know as if people still celebrate that meme, question mark, if that's the right term even. I think that this needs to go forward just a bit. That looks a little bit better. The mind horse is like, don't want to use references, just imagine what a horse looks like in your mind and draw it from memory. Just sort of pointing out how absurd a fucking take it is to say that using reference is cheating or bad or somehow a sin or whatever. Which was a take that people used to have back when they had things to worry about that weren't, you know, fucking art. Like, you just kind of need references. Like, literally every artist ever uses references. Like, I'm sorry to tell you that, but like, that's the way the fucking world works. Have you ever painted a raven? I have. It looked horrible. I should have used a reference. But I should. I'm gonna ask something insane. Hello, Abby. I know. Hello. And how is that going for you? You ever thinking about joining a fandom? Like, what do you mean? Like, being a, like, guy who's, like, really about, I don't know, fucking Mario or some shit? Not particularly. For streaming reasons, for career reasons, maybe I should, but it's kind of not in my flavor. I like Warhammer, but I mean, I've been falling out of it recently just because I don't have the time to do that. I might take some time this break to play a few rounds, but... No, I will, Ego. I don't think that's a bad suggestion at all. And there's something to be said about, like, being known in a community. I mean, that's how Disguised Toast, who's like a fairly big name streamer, got his start, is he just started posting like leaks of, or like, you know, when Hearthstone would talk about like a new thing that they're doing. New cards in Hearthstone or whatever, and then people started knowing his name, and then he would stream. And that was his strat to get famous. My strat was I didn't intend for any of this shit to happen, and it's just sort of happening. So like, there's definitely an advantage of being part of a community that isn't just like your own shit, because your own shit is like, that's awesome. Kill team could be good. I could probably see myself like having multiple kill teams and actually like going and playing that somewhere. Just break into the indie dev community. I think if I mean, releasing the game will help, but I think a vertical slice might be the way to do it. I don't think I should try and complete the game or complete coding the game in the amount of time I have until Father's Day is over. I mean, like I said, I'll probably do a few more streams here and there. Still intend on doing my break to some degree. The thing I need to figure out now is how to Dialogic has variable stuff, but I'm not sure how to do the variable stuff. The music is from Paradise Killer. This song is 51 minutes 49 seconds into the VOD. Booleans? So like I have a variable, yeah, called rat death, and rat death needs to be like a variable that affects things over the course of the game. I don't know how to do that, because I tried like changing the number and it didn't work. Abby, you can't be doing that to me, baby girl. You just cannot be doing that. Okay, get out. No, we're not doing that. Ooh, that shot way harder than I intended. Nah, she's just singing a bit, and it's like, Abby, I know. Your mom will be home in an hour or so. She says no, she doesn't like that answer. And I get it, but too bad, kid. We need to get money. We have to go to work. Well, it's like, I want the number of rats that you eat to be tracked. And I'm not sure how to do that with global emotes and Dialogic, because it just doesn't seem to like want to communicate that information. Like, it increased the stat or the number, and then I asked for it to give the, like, in the same function that increases the value, I also had it print what the value was, and it went from 0 to also still 0 even after I added 1. It's like, what? Thank you, Strangely Odd Weirdo, for the gift sub to Abby. And Ghost FSG, I didn't even see your gift subs. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, my dude. They did it, what? Y'all are nice, thank you. Trying to be slick. Trying to get away with being nice and not have anyone see you. I fucking caught you, asshole. Thank you. Banned. Should really be adding to a value every time you kill a rat. Yeah, I mean, I can show you what it is, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I was gonna poke Raylor about it if they were in chat, but I don't think they are. I guess Lepa would know as well. And like half the people in chat are furries, so they probably know something about coding. Well, it can emit a signal. So I had it emit a signal on rat, like a rat being killed, and have that signal go to a global, and have that global be a variable that starts at 0, and every time it gets that signal, it's supposed to increase the value by 1, right? And then print the value, because I just wanted to see whether or not it was actually working. So the thing happened, like it added, like the signal was triggered, and so it printed, but it printed 0. And it's like, what? What? How can it print 0 if in the same... Maybe it's just because the thing I did... Hold on, I'm saving. I'm gonna ask a quick question. All right. All right. I think this is it here. Why did the rat change? What? That was weird. I didn't change this. There we go. All right, so plus equals 1. I bet you that's what I did. Yeah, it's just plus 1. Could not parse error. I don't know what the fuck your problem is there. We're gonna ignore that. Okay, it printed 1, so it did add to the value. Okay, that was it. I was using the wrong thing to do it. Thank you. Thank you, Jiggle. Oh, okay. Luckily, that was easy. All right, back to art. I need to, like, make this darker, I guess. Thank you, Jiggle. I'm glad it was as easy as that as well. Yeah. Like, I knew it was a skill issue thing, but I didn't know what I was doing wrong. It's a lot of coding stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think of the idea of doing... Let me make sure I'm getting the definition of vertical slice right. What is a vertical slice in gaming, in game development? WhatGamesAre.com says a vertical slice is a portion of game that acts as a proof of concept for stakeholders before they agree to fund the rest. It's not the same thing as a prototype in that it is expected to look of final quality and play like a final game, and then it's like asking to see a piece of the final cake before agreeing yeah. So it's not the whole game, right? It's not even really like a prototype. It's just like, here's some mechanics that I'm thinking of. And like, is this scary, you know? And like, cause like if it's not, I don't know as if I even want to like bother releasing it. Cause like, what's the point? I mean, I guess it could be for horny reasons, but well, I have to for the sake of completing a subathon thing, so. You could argue that Indigo Park was a vertical slice. Okay. So yeah, I think that that's what I'll do with my time while I'm like away from streaming some is finish that off. Yeah, I don't know how you I don't think that there's any way of knowing before you just release it into the world. My worry is that if it's not scary, it's just cringe. But I am cringe, so whatever. It's really the bottom jaw that's fucking with me, and I can't figure out what I hate about it. Yeah, the rat smashing is really uncomfortable to imagine. I'm gonna have to buy like a rotisserie chicken and just like do some weird shit to it. I don't know what part of the skull is the condyle. Is it this bit? Yeah, I think releasing the vertical slice is definitely where I need to go. Oh, it's not a rotisserie chicken being squashed. I need it for sound effect reasons. Snapping bones and just beating the shit out of a chicken onto a metal like plate or something so I can get the sound of like bones breaking and not feel awful about it and then eat it. You know, I'm not wasteful. I gotta do some Foley sounds. Like, if you want to eat and not starve to death, yeah, you're gonna have to do some fucking horrible things. And so, like, beating the shit out of a chicken probably is the way to do it. I mean, I can do this, but this is... It's not the right sound. It was good for the threat in the first game. There's something wrong about the bottom jaw. What the fuck is wrong with it? Maybe this needs to come back some more? I think that might be part of it. It's very long. This bit up here is, I think, maybe like it's the top jaw. It's like kind of angled weird. Here, let me get some, like... sketch out what I think is wrong. I think it's like this is going this away, like that. But then the skull is going like this. And then this jaw is going... And it's just like, none of these match up. Like, this jaw needs to... So I guess to fix it, what would that mean? I think it's like this jaw needs to rotate again. And go there. And then maybe... Like, I think that makes everything else kind of... I think that this needs to be maybe rotated some as well. But not a lot, just like... Yeah, something like that. Just to be consistent with the skull. Are the two jaws lined up at least? I think so. This is just for fun. I have no reason to be making a drawing of a skull. Just felt like it. I hate whoever's outside blasting their base. Add type hints. That's very useful. And it's in the settings. I'm not gonna remember the whole pathway to get there, but I'll remember that at least. But there is a setting you can do. It also might give me some clues on what it thinks is happening. It's like, yeah, camera 3D node, and it's like, no, this is a fucking animation. I think the bottom jaw is still fucked. I need to reposition it a bit. I'm just not gonna even bother with the rest of it. I'm just gonna get this bit and just make it like... I think the chop jaw might be too long as well. Yeah, and then that bit needs to come in. High corn man. Okay, hey, Twink Master, what? Hard what? I mean, yeah, I guess they are in cornfields usually. I think I might set up like a scarecrow outside of the house, just on that street. Make it look like a guy holding a brick and be like, have him holding a sign that says like, shut the fuck up or else. See if people try and fight it. I'd have to get one of those like Halloween like fellas and like bring him in every night, put him out every day. Give it a style. Yeah, he's got to have like a, I mean, he's got to look like everyone around here. Putting a mask on him might be weird or may not. I don't know. I have done that before, Woodman. It's how I'm kind of building out a skull or a character for the game as well. Are people stylish? There's like a huge goth punk subculture here, which I was like not ready for. Like people dress wild here. It's kind of awesome. Really puts Austin to shame. Like when I was on Austin, I saw a guy running around skateboarding with a cape, which is just sort of like Chad energy. But I mean, it could also be the places I'm hanging out. Just have more goths and punks. Yeah. No, we went to Target back before Target sucked when we were first moving here about a year ago. And, or I guess I should say before it was common knowledge that they sucked. And how much they sucked. And yeah, no, like... one of the people working there had trip pants on, and I'm like, wow, trip pants. The fact that Korn is seen as like a good band is still fucking with me. And the fact that Evanescence dropped a new single recently for the Devil May Cry show also fucking with me a bit. Went back and listened to some of their discography the other day. Didn't realize it because of the shitty rapper on the album, but like Bring Me to Life, right? The meme Evanescence song. It never occurred to me that Bring Me to Life is a love song. Like, did anyone else pick up on that? Because like with the rapper changed the meaning of the song. I thought it was just a melodramatic song. They use Evanescence in the marketing for the new Elden Ring game. Okay. I mean, I'm not against the idea Have you ever... When I was a kid, I didn't give a shit about the lyrics. You know? I was just like, yeah, this bops. But yeah, both Bring Me to Life and Good Enough are written about her now husband. Which song is Bring Me to Life? It's the one that goes wake me up inside. Every AMV from the 2000s? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the one where she's jumping off the roof and they have that random rapper who's literally only on that one song. Like, it was a requirement for them to be able to get a record label. And they almost passed on it, and they're like, fuck it. Whatever, man. We'll do it. The rest of their stuff is a lot more like Nightwish. Oh, hey. Yeah, no, those are the words to summon Android Priest. Trip pants. Goth himbos. You just say the certain words and Android shows up. Are there trip shirts? No, and I'm not sure why they're called that. I mean, I would assume that it's you trip on them, but yeah. I don't like Bring Me to Life. It's not their best song. Going Under, I think, is a better song. Trip is the name of a brand. That makes sense. You're a goth himbo in some ways. So, one, I'm not a goth. I'm goth adjacent. Just drawing a skull because they're fucking rad. Two, I'm not a himbo. I'm just a dumbass, which is different. Yesterday was Luigi Guy's birthday. Wife was like, it's Luigi Guy's birthday, and I'm like, I kind of feel bad for not streaming. Love that guy. Like, that would have been a good day to, like, raid into him. Anyway, happy birthday. Oh my god, Within Temptation, dude. That is a fucking shout out. I totally forgot about Within Temptation. They were kind of a little bit too much for me, I'm not gonna lie. Even as a kid, I was like, this is a little too campy for my taste. I'm trying to remember any of the songs they did specifically. Nightwish is the better one of the two, you think? I don't remember either of them well enough to tell you who did what. There are both songs that or bands that I would just put on a CDR. I wouldn't buy the actual albums because I was broke, and like I didn't really like that many of their songs, but there were a few that I was like, yeah, that's pretty fucking good. But the new Evanescence song does feel very modern. It has like a breakdown that feels much more like of this era, but it doesn't feel out of place. It's like, that's nice that that's happening. I like that. It gives me a little happy. It's just like, oh, look at this random thing that you remember from being a kid. It's like what nostalgia is for other people, but I just am getting to experience nostalgia that doesn't feel forced. It's like they're just back because that's the right band for the job. Like, you absolutely should have Evanescence and Fred Durst Rollin', Rollin', Rollin' as the songs for it. Like, that's great, dude. Birthday week, lots of birthdays? Who all birthday? Breaking the Habit? Yeah. I went back and listened to some Linkin Park, and dude, like, I don't know, maybe I just grew out of it, but it doesn't hit as good as it used to. Evanescence has some better stuff in there than what I used to listen to. But they're just one of those bands that, like, was very, like, this is their song, bring me to life. It's like, but Going Under is, like, a lot better. It's got, like, a fucking solo in it. Happy birthday, Android. I think that I need to probably save, because I haven't done that in a minute. It's Android's birthday tomorrow. Okay, well then happy birthday. I don't know as if I'll be live tomorrow for the same reasons that I haven't been live recently, but I needed to do this, and I was feeling bad for leaving you guys and not streaming. Like, feeling like a little bit of a spoiled brat for being like, things aren't going the way I want, even though I'm getting more than most people get in their entire fucking lives. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. So it's like, let's just stream, and then I won't feel bad about it. I think one of the eyes is, like, too low as well, like, or it's tilted wrong. Something like that. I have been doing a lot of, like, very good soul searching this time, to, like, I feel like when I come back to streaming on the regular, it'll be better as a result. Because it's just like, okay, what am I doing wrong? How do I improve myself? How do I fix this? The main reason that I wanted to do this hiatus in the first place is, like, I've tried pushing through burnout, and, you know, I can't be doing that anymore. Like, that's not good for me. Yeah, you gotta step back from the canvas every now and then to get that perspective that you need in order to actually know what to do to fix it. Yeah, I mean, that's that whole thing of, like, well, you're having a bad day. Well, what about the guy who broke his leg? Well, what about the guys who, you know, he broke his leg, but also he's down in the bottom of a well? He's got even worse than that other guy. What about the guy who's got it, you know, so bad that he's broken both legs and he's at the bottom of a well? So the guy that's only broken one leg really has nothing to complain about because there's so many people who have it worse. What about the guy who broke his leg and is now bleeding out and he's at the bottom of a fucking thing and he looks like he's Saddam Hussein stuck under, like, his hiding spot, like he's doing that upside down in a cave somewhere, and both of his legs are broken, there's no way of getting out? That guy's having a worse time than any of those guys, so all of them have no right to complain. Like, there's one person on Earth who is guaranteed having the worst possible time, right? And unless if you're that guy, then, like, you're not allowed to complain. Only that one person is allowed to complain. And that will switch at any given time, so who knows whether or not you could just still keep that title, you know? Also, the music ended, but I feel like I'm, like, almost done, so I'm like, can I get away with just, like, finishing the drawing? And it's like, maybe not. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, what about the guy who broke no legs but is stuck in a well in Denmark? I don't know why that would be worse. I don't know enough about Denmark, but you know, someone will say that's worse, I guess. And it's just like, why though? Like, and it'll invalidate the feelings of anyone else who's having a hard time. And it really is what it is. It's just like, well, you should stop complaining because it makes me uncomfortable. There's a lot of people's pain Olympics. But yeah, do not Google the Pain Olympics. That is not actually what the term is. That's a different thing. And also old internet fucked up shit. It's just literal cock and ball torture and removal. Apparently it was an art project. I think that's cope. I don't think that that's real. It's like mid-gore? Mid? The Pain Olympics were not fake. I don't know where people are getting that source. I think the amalgam is not as bad as the Pain Olympics. Interview with creator. Okay, Mr. Fancy Pants who actually knows shit rather than making shit up. Who are you being in my chat? I think I need to let this one go for a bit or just call it here, one of the two. And I'm not sure which I feel like needs to happen at this point. So I think I'm just gonna like let it sit and I'll come back and look at it later and see if I like it more or less. I'm gonna go ahead and sign it, even if that I don't think that is the best. Oh, cool. All right. There's still a problem with the jaw, but I don't know. I don't think that any anime is worse than actual people getting their nuts chopped off. But anyway, that's enough for me for now. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. Either way, thank you for being here. It means a lot to me that you guys were. I don't know when I'll stream next. I'm gonna have to go for now. I will be back when I am back on stream. And like I said, I do need to just spend a little time on myself.